So it's been a while since my last video blog thing, so I'll give you another one. How's life? School, cataloging is going very slowly. It's still a very dull class. The actual in-class stuff is decent enough. I mean, Kimoji is a good teacher, but the actual practice of cataloging is pretty boring, as I've told pretty much anyone that will listen. Reference is beginning to get a little tedious. I don't enjoy the assignments much at all, and this whole Pathfinder thing is just like this, I don't know, thing lurking off there in the distance. It's like, you have to do this. I'm not that excited about actually sitting down and doing it, but yeah, you have to. 401 computer-based information tools. Pretty decent, actually. We've only just finished up with the HTML, I think. We finally finished with that. That went pretty well. I don't know what we're doing next. It doesn't really matter. I pretty much just show up there and then it's like, oh, you get to do this. I don't know. No outside class work, really, to speak of. Then there's the book, which remains my favorite class. Really need to buckle down and start on the paper for that, though, which is pretty cool. I'm studying the production, trade, and use of basically blue in manuscripts of the medieval period, which essentially covers, like, a pigment that's really known as ultramarine, which is actually made from a stone called lapis lazuli, and then any fakes made from it, and studying who bought them, who made them, who used them, all of that stuff. It's actually the most enjoyable thing I've got going for school right now. Work is slow. I'm actually not modeling right now. I had a good, over a month span where I was modeling twice a week, but they need somebody else to do it. They need some variety. That's the word. Back to school. I think that most people know by now, but I finally decided what my dual degree is going to be in. I looked all through the humanities department. I looked at history, I looked at folklore, I looked at English literature, I looked at Victorian studies, a couple of others, but in the end I actually decided that I want to go into a dual Masters of Library Science and Masters of Information Science. What this means as far as my rare book studies go is that I'll be able to not only work with rare book collections, special collections, and stuff like that, but work on digitizing these, which is really important to me because right now I'm studying for that paper for the book to 1450, and essentially the only reason that I have access to materials is because I'm sitting on top of one of the best rare book libraries in the United States. I mean, really. And so, if I were trying to do this paper while I was still at USAO, I would have absolutely no materials to look at. We don't have any manuscripts from 1300s, or older for that matter. And so I'd really like to be involved in that, in taking these materials that are only available to a handful of universities and digitizing them, putting them out on the web in some form where academicians have access to them and can make use of them. It's not perfect. I mean, to really do these kind of studies, you want to be able to actually be there and see it and touch it and observe it. But if you can get a really good digital copy, it's the next best thing. I mean, there are people who publish very serious works having never seen the manuscript that they're talking about. They only have access to like high quality microforms or something like that. And so, I want to broaden people's horizons as far as the information that is available to them. So that's what I'm doing as far as that goes. And I finally got a scooter. This has been a few months in the making, but discovered that there was actually a dealership in town that sold 125s. I thought that all that was available in Bloomington were 50s, which with a 50, you're going to get up to 40 miles an hour, absolute tops. Like, that's where your speedometer ends. And, there are roads in town that have speed limits, that are over 40 miles an hour. So, I really wanted a 125, just so not only could I get all around town, but if I wanted to, I could actually go out of town. I could get onto the highway with a 125. I'm going to need to get a license for that, but first things first. So I'll actually get to ride it for the first time tomorrow. The guy from the dealership who sold it to me is going to take it out to the parking lot of the football stadium and let me practice for a little while and, get my feet wet, as it were. He said it's exceptionally easy to learn on one of these things, so I'm gonna hope he's right about that. I guess I'll put up some pictures for you guys to look at as far as what I got. School, work, transportation. That's really about it. These days, mostly my life consists of getting out of bed when the alarm goes off, putting a toaster pastry on, and trying to get ready before the bus comes. Go to school, come back, repeat the process, unless there's something we're doing in the evening, which 2 or 3 nights a week we actually have something planned, so that's good. We get out. My life's not all that exciting right now, so hopefully we'll have more later.